Let's join our colleagues for the news now, wherever you are this afternoon. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.
Welcome to BBC London This Lunchtime. I'm Victoria Cook. It's been announced that for the first time, facial recognition technology is to be used by the Metropolitan Police to catch shoplifters. The software matches images caught on CCTV to police custody shots. Although retail crime is responsible for the loss of billions in the capital each year, some say this type of technology threatens people's privacy. Well, our reporter Barry Caffrey has been looking at this story and joins me in the studio now. Thank you, Barry. Tell me, how is this going to work?
So the technology maps facial features from CCTV stills against custody images in about 60 seconds. So far, 149 suspects have been identified, with some of them wanted for multiple offences. Now, the Metropolitan Police wrote to 12 of London's leading retailers, asking them for their CCTV images of their top 30 unidentified offenders. Now, retail crime is responsible for a loss of around £1.9 billion in revenue in London every year, causing more than 1,000 reported cases of abuse and violence against staff. Now, the Metropolitan Police Commissioner, Sir Mark Rowley, said that this technology could revolutionise the way the Met investigates and solves crime. Indeed, earlier this year, the force began to use the technology to arrest dangerous and predatory offenders of violence against women and girls. It showed that 100 offenders were responsible for a disproportionate amount of offences right across London. But not everyone is in favour of this technology.
We've seen instances in the States where people have been arrested, they've lost their jobs because of wrongful facial recognition matches. So the idea of an innocent person being wrongly flagged as a shoplifter could have really serious implications for people. I think there are also bigger questions around the right to privacy and how much surveillance powers we're giving over to the police.
Now, the Met says that this is working, though. Every suspect that was a match on their system had previously been arrested and taken into custody for a variety of offences, including drug possession and supply, sexual offences and robbery. Victoria.
Barry, thank you very much. Next, a college in London says it's the first in the UK to pilot a course on installing electric vehicle charging points. It follows concerns that there won't be enough qualified installers to meet the government's charging point targets. They're aiming for 300,000 to be available in the UK by 2030. Jim Weeble has more.
It's an exciting start to the academic year at Southbank Technical College in their newly opened site in Nine Elms.
Everything all right? Yeah. Found it okay?
And their aim is to make vocational training as up-to-date as it can get.
These are our solar panels, and they're here specifically to generate electricity for our Green Skills workshop below. Electricity comes down from the roof. We have various systems that manage it, and here we have an EV point.
This new learning space has been sponsored by Shell to help pilot an EV charging module at the college, which it's hoped will be part of all electrical apprenticeships from next year. And they're doing this because of a serious lack of skilled installers.
The key thing is that this was driven by the need for EV installers now. So the idea that we can wait around 4 and 5 years for people to become competent, we've no longer got that luxury. That time has passed, and we need to make sure that these people are coming online and are ready to install as soon as they finish their apprenticeship.
Two neutrals for the same circuit.
Which is good news for Chris. He's doing an electrical apprenticeship and gone through the 6-week pilot course, future-proofing his skills.
I saw it as it would be very useful for me to add to my skill set, to my toolkit. It would open up doors for me, as well as having the standard electrical installation sort of qualifications.
Until recently, there have been headlines warning the rollout of new public charging points was too slow to reach the government target of 300,000 by 2030. But the latest figures from ZapMap, who chart charging points, are more promising. They show in the second quarter of this year, 3,714 were installed. But in the last quarter just gone, it showed that had gone up to 5,474, nearly a 50% increase on the previous month. but it will need to double that amount to hit the government's target.
I mean, I'm not concerned. We speak to the industry all the time. The charge point operators are ready. Charge UK, who's the trade body for the operators, have got £6 billion already committed for charge points to go into the ground before 2030. So the money is there, and now it's really about the implementation and implementing at pace.
For Chris, he's about to start a pilot module in superfast chargers on the ground floor of an expected EV charging boom. Jim Weeble, BBC London.
Climate campaigner Greta Thunberg has joined a protest outside a bank in Canary Wharf to demand it stops funding fossil fuel projects. Activists blocked the entrance to JP Morgan by sitting on the pavement. It comes after she and 25 others were charged with public order offences for demonstrating in Park Lane on Tuesday. Now, if you've ever had an interest in Elvis and wanted to visit Graceland but couldn't quite get there, well, Graceland has now come to London. A new exhibition at the Arches London Bridge opens up tomorrow, and it's jam-packed full of his belongings, including his famous gold suit. Mike Mackenzie has been to see it.
I'm here at a brand new exhibition called Direct from Graceland, which looks at the legend that is Elvis Presley. Tell us a little bit about this exhibition.
So Elvis Direct from Graceland is a very unique look at who Elvis was, not only as the entertainer, but as a person. And we brought it here to the UK because Elvis was loved over here. His biggest fan club was UK based.
And then we've got some special items here. Tell us a little bit about this belt.
So this belt was given to Elvis by the International Hotel in Las Vegas for shattering all the city's attendance records. It's the World Championship attendance holder belt. It has rubies, sapphires, and diamonds in the belt buckle.
What's the worth? It's worth a lot. I see some diamonds and rubies.
It is worth a lot. You know, obviously we like to think everything's priceless, but this belt right now is insured for a little over $500,000.
Wow. What's this here? We've got a microphone, gold microphone there. Tell us a little bit about that.
So this microphone was used by Elvis on stage in Las Vegas when he returned to live stage performing in 1969. He hadn't performed live through most of the 60s. He was making movies. So when he got back on the stage for performances, he wanted everything to just be very unique. So why not a gold microphone?
The exhibition here at London Bridge, Direct from Graceland, opens tomorrow and runs until April. Michael Mackenzie, BBC London.
Now, just before we go to the weather, have a look at this photo. This was taken by staff at Euston Station. Yes, that is a fox. Staff were quite surprised to find him curled up inside one of the toilet cubicles. It was eventually coaxed out by the RSPCA and it got a full checkup from the vets. Well, perhaps that little fox knew that the bad weather was on the way. Here's Kate Kinsella with the details.
Good afternoon. This unsettled theme continues, and this afternoon we'll see further heavy and blustery showers, but also some bright and sunny spells added into the mix too. Now, this was first thing this morning in Twickenham. Grey skies, yes, and rather large puddles in the wake of last night's heavy rain. But the cloud has been breaking. You can see in Putney some blue skies, so some glimmers of sunshine. Now, you can see earlier on this morning, southerly breeze pushing those showers in. The bulk of the rain from Storm Babette up in Scotland. So for us this afternoon, those showers will continue but become fewer and further between. We'll see some decent spells of sunshine and temperatures potentially up at a warm 19 Celsius. Now, overnight tonight, any remaining showers should clear, so it'll be dry for a time, but then we'll see further heavy persistent rain through the early hours of the morning. The minimum temperature mild at 12 Celsius. Now, that rain will fairly swiftly tomorrow morning start to break up and clear out of the way. So becoming drier, some brighter spells, a few glimpses of sunshine, but we'll see further heavy showers through the afternoon. And again, for Friday, you might just hear a rumble of thunder. Temperatures tomorrow a little cooler too, 16 Celsius, the maximum. Now, as we head towards the weekend, it is going to feel cooler. Still some showers around, still quite unsettled for Saturday, but for Sunday they should start to clear out of the way. We might just get one or two, but we should see some autumn sunshine returning by the end of the weekend. But temperatures, like I said, through the weekend just a little bit chillier.
That's all from us here on the Lunchtime team. Bye-bye.
More than 400 years of history.
What's at stake here? A single parliament.